Hi guys, this is a new week. Today I will be looking at AUD New Zealand. On AUD New Zealand, as usual, I come on the monthly time frame. What do I check on the monthly time frame? I check what price is doing on the monthly time frame. First, I look at this level around this area, price form an inverse head and shoulder pattern around this area for a continuation to the upside. But it came here, it formed a double top and pushed the market downwards. So if you see the way that the price respect this major zone, correction, push, came here, respected the zone and pushed downward. So as of the moment, I'm looking at what price is doing, a triple bottom presently that I can see on the monthly time frame. Look at the market has been in a range for a very long time, and finally the market broke out of the range, and we are looking like we are having a continuation to the upside. So this triple bottom is what I'm looking at as of the moment, and as of last month, because of this the way that this candle pushed down on the monthly time frame. I was thinking that maybe because of the monthly candle, it's going to be a continuation to the downside. However, I did not realize that it's just a correction to test the major zone. Because if you look at it properly, you're going to see that for every break of major structure, there's always a retest for a continuation to the upside. So if we look at the way the market we have a push, we have a correction, we have a push, we have a correction. Although the correction is not looking it's not looking that deep. So, but we have like a 3 to 4 weeks of correction. And if you check here, 4 weeks of correction as well. And this time, this price is doing the same thing. I normally like to enter at this region, but I did not realize very fast. So when price has gone like this, I I no longer like to take this position because there's nothing between here and here to take. So I like to to place a trade around this region. But for now on AUD New Zealand, I'll be waiting a little bit and see what price is going to do. And if you check on the daily time frame, the daily time frame is looking quite clean as well because if you check properly, you could see a base around this area, proper base for a continuation to the upside. I did not realize for now, presently, price is looking like it's getting a little bit tired. That is why I don't like when I see price like this, it's getting tired. And remember, this is also the 100% retracement. It can push up, of course, it can really push up, but I am not just to be safe on this pair. I'll be waiting for a decent correction for me to place a trade for a buy. So for AUD New Zealand, I will not be placing a trade for now. Then I'll go to the next pair, which is oil, Brent oil. Brent oil is what I'm looking at to place a trade. When I go on the monthly time frame, what am I looking at on the monthly time frame? I'm looking at the way the price has corrected. This is looking like a triple top to me, then a fall to the downside, and this is looking like a correction for a fall to the downside as well. So I'm looking, if you check here properly, you're going to see this is looking like a head, this is looking like a left shoulder, this is looking like a right shoulder that pushed the market upward. So this is the way the market react. And if you come back here, you check, you're going to see the same thing, push downwards, then a correction, a push. And if you check here, price came back and retested this zone and push up, just the same thing. So what I'm looking at presently on price is this monthly the monthly time frame is looking like a base to me, although the base is not yet solidified, it has not yet formed because we're not yet having a bullish candle yet on the monthly time frame. So that's why I'm still looking like the base has not yet solidified. So when you come back to your weekly time frame, sometimes I use the weekly time frame to classify what the monthly time frame is actually doing. If you come on the weekly time frame, we have one touch here, second touch here. Then this is looking like a third touch around this area. And this third touch around this region actually form 1, 2, 3, and this four weekly candle base around this area, apart from this one. So that is why I'm going to place a trade on this on Brent oil this week. Remember, we took a loss around this region. We were thinking that it will continue to go up, and it came back downwards. So around this area, the price has already formed a significant base around this area, and the nature at which the price corrected to this place is corrective, it's not impulsive. So that is why when we come back to our daily time frame, however, on the daily time frame, this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking for, remember we took a loss around this area. I can remember vividly. And I was saying that for me to take a trade for a buy, it has to break this level. So presently, this is looking corrective. This was our mistake. It was looking corrective for a continuation to the downside. So, but if you look at this price, this is looking corrective for a continuation to the upside. And the candle, the daily candle that pushed this market and break this level is quite a strong candle. So when you come back to your 4 hour time frame, on the 4 hour time frame is where I'm going to be waiting for to place a trade for a buy. So this is what I'm going to be looking at on the 4 hour time frame. I'll wait for the candle to come around this area, form a base around this area for a continuation to the upside. So this is what I'm looking at. I'm waiting for just the same like this, form a base around this area, this base to form around this area, base to form around this area. Then when you see a bullish candle like this, you place a trade for a buy. So this is what I'm looking at. Brent oil, I'm going to be placing a buy trade around this region for a continuation to the upside. The next pair that I'm going to be looking at is GDP JPY. What is GDP JPY doing on the monthly time frame? I'm going to check. On the monthly time frame, GDP JPY is looking bullish. This triple bottom around this area, this base around this area is what pushed the market upwards. So we have a push, we have a correction, we have a push, we have a correction, and this is looking like a push. Remember this supply region I was telling you about that the market wants to come and test. It's almost at that region, at that supply region, this level around this area, this supply region. So the market definitely will come and test this. The market is almost gone. So we had a base around this area on the weekly time frame. So I was looking, we have a push, we have a correction, we have a push, we have a correction, we have a push. And this is looking like a significant push compared to this push. So that is why I was looking for a base, a correction, a correction like this or like this before the push to the upside. So that is why I'm not taking a trade for GDP JPY as of the moment, because I'm looking for a significant correction either to touch this level or to come back and touch this level for a continuation to the upside. So that is why I'm going to be patient on GDP, because this is already a significant push compared to this push, compared to this push, compared to this push. So, and it has not given any significant correction for a continuation to the upside. So, however, this price can easily push to the upside. I'm no longer interested because there is no space around this region to the upside anymore. So if it pushed to the upside, it's okay with me. I'm not interested. I will not be placing a trade. But once I see a push to the downside, then a significant push for a nice push like this for a continuation to the upside, then I'll be interested. But if the market decides to push up, it's okay already, because I will not be interested in GDP JPY. This from here to this level is not a big deal. So I'll just allow it to do its stuff. But if I see a correction to the downside for a continuation to the upside, then I'm going to place in a trade for a buy. Then the next pair that I'm going to be looking at is what DXY is doing. Remember I normally compare the DXY and Euro USD. DXY and Euro USD are almost doing, DXY is just inverted Euro USD. Remember on the monthly time frame, however, this correction around this area is what pushed the market upwards. This one around this area is what pushed the market upwards like this. So this one around this area is looking like what is going to push the market upwards. So when I check what is happening on the monthly time frame, however, on the monthly time frame, I could see a double top as of the moment, but this this month candle, which is January, is looking bullish to me. So when I come back is on the weekly time frame is what I'm going to see, where I'm going to see the market clearly. So on the weekly time frame, I still assume that this market is this inverse head and shoulder pattern, although I don't like the inverse head and shoulder pattern so much, but it looks like the inverse head and shoulder pattern is holding. This is the head, this is the left shoulder, and this is looking like a right shoulder as of the moment. But I don't like this inverse head and shoulder pattern because I like to see this shoulder break above then for a correction to the downside. But if the shoulder is lower than this left shoulder around this region, that is what I don't like so much. But as of the moment, it's looking like this shoulder region is holding. So when you come, it has already broken this head, this neckline region of this head around this region. So I'll be coming to my daily time frame. What am I looking at on the daily time frame? If you see this level is looking like the holding, this level is what holds the supply region. This level is what holds the supply region around this area. Then this base around this area is what holds this region around this area. So what I'm going to be looking at is what price is doing on the daily time frame. So I'll just go to the 4 hour time frame for a proper correction. I'll just go to the 4 hour time frame for a proper correction. So what am I going to be looking at on the 4 hour time frame for proper correction? I'll be looking for a correction like this, a push towards the upside, and a correction like this. A push towards the upside, then a correction like this, a push towards the upside, then I'm going to be looking for a significant correction just like this. I'll be looking for a significant correction just like this to push to form a base around this area. Basically, I'm looking for a base just like this to form around this area for a continuation to the upside. And if you also check, this is also looking like a supply region around this area that push the market downward. So I'm looking for a correction around this area just like this or just like this, then for a continuation to the upside. Then the next pair is basically correlated is Euro USD. Euro USD on the monthly time frame. This is what I'm looking at. It's just basically the same thing I'm looking at on the monthly time frame. Then I'm going to be looking this base around this area is what pushed the market to the upside. Then we have a double top around this region, then what pushed the market downward. So initially I was expecting that this market is going to form a head. This is looking like a left shoulder for a continuation to the upside. But however, this market failed to test the neckline around this region. I was looking for a retest around this region for the neckline. But presently this market is looking bearish to me as of the moment. When you come back to this region around this area, remember last week or last 2 weeks, I was telling you that this level is capable of pushing the market downwards because this is looking like a head, this is looking like a left shoulder. And if you check properly, this level is what dropped this market downwards. This level is what dropped this market downwards. So this level can actually push the market downward, which the price is currently doing as of the moment. So when you come back to your weekly time frame, you're going to see things clearly on the weekly time frame because on the weekly time frame, this is now looking like a triple top around this area. Then we have multiple correction around this region. We have like 3 to 4 weeks of correction around this area that push the market downwards. So this is looking like a head, this is looking like a triple top correction around this area, and this is looking bearish as of the moment. However, this base around this area, this double top and this neckline around this area, this can easily be a retest around this area because if you check on the daily time frame, this is looking like a supply region, a demand region at this level. So what I'll be expecting which I'm expecting a sell as of the moment on Euro USD. But this market is going to bounce from this area to retest this neckline region around this area. And this is also matching with the supply region. Let's check what the trend line is doing on the daily time frame. Okay. The trend line is actually matching with the supply, the demand region at that region. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking for a 4 hour chart pattern around this area. Once I see 4 hour chart pattern around this area, then I'm going to be placing um a buy trade, a simple buy trade for a continuation to the downside. I'll first place the buy trade around this region. Then I'll wait for the market to push to this region. Then I'm going to take my profit. Then I'm going to sell the market because the market is looking bearish to me as of the moment, not bullish. So on the 4 hour time frame, let's see what the 4 hour candle is doing. There's nothing significant here that is telling me that it wants to buy as of the moment, but definitely it's going to buy at this region, a push towards the upside for a continuation to the downside. So that's what I'm looking at on Euro USD as of the moment. The next pair that I'm going to be checking is BTC. BTC on the monthly time frame. I'll just go to the monthly time frame, check what BTC is doing on the monthly time frame. This is looking like a third touch of the trend line. Remember, I told you this is the first touch of the trend line. This is the second touch of the trend line. And this is looking like the third touch of the trend line. Although I'm telling you that, okay, I'm going to be waiting what the monthly candle is going to be doing. Because this is looking like it's correcting as of the moment around this region. So initially I was looking for price to come back to test the 100K region around this area, but I'll be waiting for the monthly candle to close around this region before I'm going to be considering BTC. So as of the moment, BTC is looking bearish on the weekly time frame. It's looking bearish as of the moment. Could this be a correction for a continuation to the downside? I don't know yet as of the moment. So I'm going to be checking what price is going to be doing on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, I'm going to check if I see a double top form around this area, because what price might most likely do is it might push up for a double top around this area. Once I see a double top plus this region around this area and price is pushing downwards, then that means BTC is going to sell from this region. So I'll just be waiting and seeing what price is going to do. And this is also looking like this is quite looking like a correction. Actually, it's looking like a correction. We have a push. This is looking like an X to E wave pattern. We have X to A to B to C to no X to A to B to C to D. Then this is going to be the E wave for a continuation to the downside. Let's see what price is going to do. As of the moment, I'm looking for monthly candle to close bullish before I'm going to be placing trade for a buy. But this is looking like a triple top where if we have one more correction to this place, then a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern, then I'm expecting BTC to come back and test this base around this area. This is looking like a correction towards the downside as of the moment. So the next pair that I'll be looking at is Euro GDP. Euro GDP on the monthly time frame, I'm going to check what the monthly candles is doing. Initially I was looking for this correction around this area. This pair is quite looking consolidative. I was looking for a correction. This is looking like a head region. This is looking like this market wants to come and test this area for a shoulder region for a continuation to the upside. So as of the moment, the candles are looking bearish. I will not be trading against the trend. So that's why I will come back to my weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, what am I looking at on the weekly time frame? This is what I'm looking at. This is looking corrective. I was looking that this price is going to test this region for a continuation to the upside, but the market is failing to test that region. It's not holding at all. It's looking bearish. So the next level target I'm going to be looking at is this level. So as of the moment, the price is looking bearish. All weekly candles are looking bearish. What am I looking at? Maybe the price wants to form another correction like this for a continuation to the upside. Another correction like this for maybe this level is going to be the demand region that is going to push the market to the upside. So this correction is quite deep. This correction is quite deep. So I will not be surprised if we'll come back to test this region for a continuation to the upside. However, I'm going to be looking for price to come back and retest around this region for a proper retest around this top around this area. If we come to a daily time frame, you're going to see what I'm saying clearly. So on the daily time frame, this is what I'm looking at. Why am I expecting price to push back up? Because this area is a major zone, can easily push the market downwards as well. So I'm looking for this area or this area, but most likely I'm looking for a retest around this region, because if you check this push to the upside that brought the market downward, this market came back to retest here for a double top. So I'm just waiting and expecting this market to come back to test this region for double top before a continuation to the downside. So if the market come back to test this region for a double top, then this market is going to place in a trade. This trade is going to be tagging us in, because this is going to be a pending order that I'm going to be placing on Euro GDP. However, this level around this area can easily stop the market from forming a double top, because this level is a major zone on the monthly time frame. So if I see a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern, which I will be informing you guys, if I see a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern, then I will be placing a trade for a sell around this region. So, but for now, I'll be placing a pending order around this region for a continuation to the downside. Hopefully, the market is going to come back and test this region for a double top, just like this, for a double top before a continuation to the downside. But if I see significant rejection around this area, then a push downwards, then I'm going to be placing a trade for a sell around this region. So that's the end of my analysis for the week.